Bring the meeting to order. Pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our vision statement is connecting, engaging, and growing. We look different. Flipped around, we look better,
You
worse.
missed the meeting.
What's that?
This is our second one like
meeting
this.
like this.
Oh, I wasn't here on that. Yeah. Do I look better?
Most importantly, the lighting over there is.
If it makes you feel better, you can look worse. Okay.
Ah.
Okay, consideration of agenda amendments or deletion.
I would ask that you consider adding item M, purchase of digital signs for EIS and EES.
If there are no objections, please add item M, purchase of digital signs for EIS and EES. How about some good news from around the district?
All right, I'll start. Okay, we had training on Parent Square for administrators, and then we also had that for teachers, and we really enjoyed it. The teachers enjoyed it. We are getting really great feedback on that, not only from staff, but also we've had a lot of parents who have been very excited about Parent Square, so that has been very nice. We have also received almost all of our new library furniture, and so we are getting books back on the shelves starting next week. So a big thank you to Jennifer Tackett. She is going to come over and help tackle that for us, and we are very excited. The Elks are hosting their Read and Feed event again this year, so it is not this weekend, but it is the following weekend. And so with that, we were able to send home a brand new book with each of our K through 6 kids, and so they were all very excited to get those books and take them home. And then last, our grandparents' night, Abby hosted it at EIS for K through 6, but we had really great feedback on that as well, and grandparents really enjoyed it.
We did over 600 meals.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right, lots of people, so it's great.
Full house.
So for the intermediate school, I know I brought this to you last year as good news, but due to some scheduling issues, we weren't able to get it up and running. But I am assuring you that Pioneer Day will happen this year. We have had amazing community feedback. We're receiving some very generous donations. We actually just received one from the Lions Club that will almost pay for the whole event. So the other ones that we're getting are going into a special account for future years so that we can continue this as we move forward and bring that immersive experience back to our students. This year, we started a daily morning student check-in with all of our kids. So as they're coming in and they're eating their breakfast, they're just filling out a quick little form about how they're feeling, some things that they might want to share. All teachers and office staff in the building have access to those responses. So we just do a quick check every day, the teachers over their class. And in the office, we kind of look at the whole school. Mrs. Clark our social worker, will pull any students that might have some stronger feelings, but that just gives all of our teachers that immediate check-in with their kids each day to make sure that they're going to start their day off on the right foot. Like Mrs. Bruffy said, we received amazing feedback from Parent Square. From parents and staff, we can see everything that's being discussed with parents, both in posts and in private messages. So it's been great for us to support parents and staff in that way. Along with that, we have also been digging into IXL and Wonders, our new reading curriculum and our math kind of intervention program. Teachers are thoroughly enjoying that, especially at the intermediate school, getting away from Amplify. And really starting to build that love for reading back with our students. And then finally, I actually didn't have this one on here because it's just getting started, but Mrs. Gruber told me I needed to share it because her child is so excited and this is all she can talk about. But we are starting clubs at the intermediate school starting tomorrow. This is part of our PBIS reward system. So it is something that students do have to earn through positive behavior. It's every other Friday for about the last 40 minutes of the day. Students all got to select a club the teachers are going to be putting on. So we have Canvas Club, Cooking Club, Cake Decorating, Spanish, Multicultural, Speed and Agility. So lots of different things where students who maybe don't have a lot of opportunities outside of school can start to experience some of those great things.
All right, at the junior senior high school today, we actually hosted roughly 30 different colleges for our college fair. Mrs. Cunningham and Mrs. Sanders worked hard on that, and one of the cool things was kids can be, especially as the older they can get very apathetic. And to hear the excitement in some of the kids, there were some freshmen and sophomores, which they might have wanted to get out of class, but they had a ton of pamphlets. Some of the conversations with the representatives from the universities and the colleges, it was just cool to hear them excited about thinking about the future. Last week was homecoming. It was a long week, but it was a very successful week. We capped it off with a win on Friday, and then we had our dance on Saturday night, and it was, since I've been here, it was the most attended dance that I've been at, and so it was really cool to see the kids excited, and it all feels good when you win, and so that was fun too. And then lastly, the junior senior high school, we talked a lot about our junior high and the remediation time. Those times are going very well. We're continually refining them because they're newer to us, but we're in the midst of getting ready. We're doing our for checkpoint 1, but I learned we're doing our practice test this week, and then we're gonna towards the end of September do that checkpoint 1. And so we just went through a cycle of using our IXL, like Abby said, and our read theory data to redistribute our groups based on where they're at and what they're working on. And so the junior high teachers have really done a great job of tackling this challenge of, how can we get our kids ready and how can we better prepare them for, not only the I learned and the checkpoints, but also once they start their freshman year to hit the ground running and get off to a good start.
All right, so at the Career Center, in the past month, we have had myself as well as instructors individually have had a lot of meetings with our industry partners that have reached out to us and they want to have internships with our students. So I feel like we've had a big influx just this past month, so I thought that was worth sharing. Some locally, but more than locally have been regionally outside of Elwood as well. Just today, we had 28 of our education profession students get CPR certified. We do that with them as part of the teacher experience. So we as educators are required for license renewal to get our CPR certification. So we kind of want to set that precedent with them that they also should be CPR certified. We have a lot of cool projects happening in our program. So for example, in the marketing class, the second year students are making connections with business and industry and partnering with them. So one of our Elwood students, Haley Simpson, just finished up her first experience where she helped update a brand for a new company and created business cards for those employees. The criminal justice class, they had a crime scene grid search, I think last week or the week before. Mr. Garbo had kind of planted evidence all over outside of our building, and they set up a grid and did a search and tried to find evidence. Lastly, we have a lot of students already out at internships, which is really cool that those students have the skill set and the knowledge at this point already. And it's just our second year students, but they are out working at jobs at this point.
About how many, what percentage? I mean,
I should know better.
just roughly.
Let's see.
Don't stress out.
How many forms have I signed off on up to this point? Including the education profession students, because they will some have already started heading out to classrooms for their internships. I'd say in the neighborhood of 40 plus students already have internships, whether that's 1 or 2 days a week or 4 days a week kind of thing.
Thank you all for that. I have one other exciting announcement to make. For those of you listening at home, you may want to come down before the meeting's over because we have the first annual homecoming pickleball champion in our midst, and he'll be available to sign autographs after the board meeting.
I haven't set a price yet.
Congratulations. You got the award to show us?
No.
No.
I had it down at the School Board Association conference.
Yeah.
I don't think I have it now.
All right. That concludes the good news around the district.
But I do want to say that it was a well-run, program, and hopefully we'll get more people out to raise more money next year.
Good.
Do we have any public comment? Anyone? All right, let's move along to the consent agenda.
The consent agenda includes cash flow reports along with the minutes from the regular board meeting on August 21st, the public hearing on September 4th, and the executive sessions held on August 7th, 21st, and 28th. Account payable claims totaling $897,411.38, and payroll claims totaling $924,447.67. And then we have donations from the Madison Daily Agency, $250 to Pioneer Day, Elwood Firefighters Association, $1,000 to boys soccer, an anonymous $13,500 donation to high school baseball, Taylor Elizabeth Photography, $560 to junior high cheer, the ECC of Beta Sigma Phi, $150 lunch assistance, Black Diamond Wesley Cole, $250, fourth grade Pioneer Day, Kathy and Roger Gregg, $100 to fourth grade Pioneer Day, and a $3,000 donation in memory of Marilyn Lucas to the Adult Education Program. That concludes the consent agenda.
I need a motion to approve.
So move. Second.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We have no old business, so moving along to new business, the personnel report.
The personnel report, we have new hires, Lacey Dietzer. Dietzer.
I assume.
Okay, we'll go with that. As she is a special education IA for the elementary. Juanita Ramirez, a developmental preschool IA at the elementary. Julie Jackson, special education IA at the junior senior high school. Lucy Nickerson, special education IA at the junior senior high school. And Diana Robinson, bus aide. And then transfers, we have Connie Shipman transferring from a full-time substitute to alternative classroom IA. And then separations, Brandy Davis from bus aide, Roberta Hankley from a cafeteria worker, and Cole Reuter from special education IA at the junior senior high school. And that concludes the personnel report.
I need a motion to approve the personnel report.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed?
Roberta Hankley's been working here a long time. So is that like a retirement?
Motion carries.
She retired. Roberta Hankley, cafeteria. She's been here forever.
I know.
Yeah, she's here today.
You need to get with Roxy and find out. Yeah. She might have been here a long time. Yeah.
Ready for bus replacement.
Bus replacement plan hearing. So,
You see the executive content.
I did.
Okay,
So
that's
we'll now open the public hearing on the 2026 bus replacement plan. If there are any patrons who wish to speak, please come forward. Anyone?
Open the doors.
Hearing no further comments, I will close the public hearing on the 2026 bus replacement plan. Which leads this to 2026 bus replacement plan resolution.
We have the resolution that we're required by law to update a 12-year bus replacement plan every year. And so this is just updating our bus replacement plan. So we have the resolution that the board president and secretary will need to sign at the end of the board meeting, assuming that the board approves the resolution.
We need a motion to pass the 2026 bus replacement resolution.
So moved.
Second.
We got a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? That motion carries. Moving along to the 2026 capital projects plan hearing. So we will now open the public hearing on the 2026 capital projects plan. If there are any patrons who wish to speak, please come forward. Same response. If we're hearing no further comments, I will now close the public hearing on the 2026 capital projects plan and move along to the 2026 capital projects plan resolution.
So we have the same. We have a resolution for the board to pass to approve our capital projects plan that was advertised. And assuming the board passes it, then we'll need the board president and the secretary to sign it into action at the end of the board meeting.
I move we approve. Second.
I have a motion to a second.
I thought they would get it.
You both lined up perfectly that time. Thank you. I didn't have to retype names. That was great.
And it's a certain number of times, so I jumped in
The
before.
ones that used to foul in basketball games, just keep the book. You got a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed?
That was pretty funny, Chad.
Well, motion carries. We'll move to the 2026 budget hearing. We will now open the public hearing on the 2026 budget. If there are any patrons who wish to speak, please come forward. Hearing no further comments, I will now close the public hearing on the 2026 budget.
We don't have that. No, we have to wait for, that'll be next month for that, for the budget, to approve the budget. So we'll do that next month.
Let's move along to the resolution to cancel services with Ashcroft.
So our currently we're part of a trust with S-Craft for our liability insurance. And we have been seeking other quotes to see if we can better our liability insurance rates and our costs. And with S-Craft, in order to get out of the trust, we have to provide notice by October 1 to get out. Otherwise, we automatically renew January 1. And so what I'm asking the board to do is pass a resolution that will allow me to notify the trust of our intention to not renew with them January 1, which will give us an opportunity to shop around for a better rate. It's possible that we could end up then re-signing with S-Craft, depending on the rates that they offer and the rates that we find out. But if we want the flexibility to go with somebody else January 1, we need to pass a resolution and we need to notify S-Craft by October 1.
So we'll receive quotes from S-Craft and other companies.
I'm assuming S-Craft will not want to lose our business, and so we'll have something to compare with.
Yeah, so this will get their attention.
Yes, it already has actually. So,
They still gave us a bag down
yes, they did.
there.
They may be lazy, they didn't even want it down there.
He did.
I move that we approve the resolution to seek the alternative proposals.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. The Life Smart Youth Program.
We've had lots of positive feedback and a good working relationship with the Life Smart Youth Program. We've been happy with it in our elementary schools. And what they've asked is in compliance with state statute to expand the program into our junior high. And so this is just asking for board's approval to expand the program to our 7th and 8th graders.
Is this something that they pay or is it?
And fresh.
It'll include freshmen.
And freshmen, sorry. That's a good question that I don't know off the top of my head. I know there was a grant. Are we paying for this?
It's free.
It's free. So we can afford it.
I move to approve. Second.
A motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Neola update, first reading.
So we had an update that came out in April and then a special update that came out in July. And these updates are, they are basically all language updates. There's been policy updates based on statute, based on language changes. And so none of these are anything that would change our policies or the way that we're doing things. These are all legal updates and nothing that's going to change our practices.
We have no action on that.
Nope, it's just we're posting them. This gives the board a month to review them, to ask any questions, preferably 10 minutes before next month's board meeting. 15's okay, yeah.
Make a note for myself.
Now, is that available to the public online?
It's not available to the public at this point to review. I don't believe, and that's a good question that I don't know the answer to. So typically, I don't think that those are made public at this point. This is for the board to review before it gets voted into policy.
Which would mean the public had no opportunity to voice an opinion. Not that it may matter on this one, but maybe it's something that would in the future.
I'm not yeah, I don't know when it comes to board policy if that is, I don't know. I'm not sure how that works. I'll look into that. Yeah. So good job. You got me a question early.
I'm not sure. Before the next meeting.
Yes.
30 days, you said 30 days?
I'll look into that because I don't know for sure. I've not been asked that.
Just one less. There's more coming.
Okay.
Maybe not tonight.
We'll look at the crossing contract.
We recently, Mrs. Anderson, Mr. Williams, and I met with the CEO of the crossing and one of their administrators that services this area, and we renegotiated for a higher reimbursement rate. We were currently being reimbursed 10% of ADM money, and it's now gone up to 12.5% of ADM money. And so we have the agreement. It's the same agreement that was in place before with us sponsoring students to attend the crossing. This is just been a slight increase for the amount of ADM money that will be our share.
Did you notice there's a correction that needs to be made?
On the contract?
Yeah, unless it's already been made, it just refers to the term, being last year, not this year, section 3.
Okay,
So it's an oversight.
it is. Yep, we'll get that changed before I sign it. Unless they want to, I don't know, maybe we could go for back pay for last year's.
Paid twice for last year. It's worth a try.
I need a motion to approve the crossing contract.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? That motion also carries. The community engagement contract.
I would recommend that we enter into a consulting service agreement with the Winston Terrell Group. They're a consulting group that specializes in community engagement and public relations. And so they would advise us and assist us in strengthening our community engagement and public relations.
The people, other people, what staff will be involved in it? How will they be benefiting? I mean, you may not know at this point details. I just wonder if they're,
You mean who all will they be involved working with?
you know,
I think that they will be involved in whoever we decide that we want them to work with. You know, whether it be building administrators, maybe even teacher groups, I think that they're open to consulting and helping in whatever we ask of them.
Need a motion to approve the community engagement contract?
So moved. Seconded.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. Purchase of school bus.
Mrs. Anderson, would you like to share about your new purchase?
Oh, school corporation has not purchased a new yellow bus in a very, very, very long time. We did dispatch, as you guys know, 4 of our older yellow buses about 3 or 4 months ago now. We unfortunately have another yellow bus that needs to be retired at this point as well. It will cost more than it is worth to fix. So we were in desperate need of starting the process of the slow build to start replacing some of our older buses, which are well over the 100,000 mile mark. Many are much closer to the 200,000 mile mark than the $100,000 mark, 100,000 mile mark. So this would be a step in the right direction for that. It is a gently used bus. It only has 35,000 miles, which gives us a good start, but that is considerably cheaper than buying a brand new bus off the line at this time. So much more in the affordability category.
Because we're low on the number of miles we use in our buses.
Yes.
So
Yes, since we stay mostly in town. So aside from sporting events, field trips, that sort of thing, which take us out of town. Yes, so we tend to put less miles, but we run them hard.
So that bus could last long.
Oh, very long time. Yes, 35,000 miles for a community like this, we should have this bus for many years.
Don't know that it'll outlast you on the school board, but
You got about 35,000 miles on you, don't you, Bob?
At least.
I move to approve. Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed?
I do have a question. Does that come out of operating or capital? Where does the money come
It's gonna come out of the GEO bond.
from? Okay, good.
And finally, the purchase of digital signs at the intermediate and elementary schools.
I would ask that the board approve purchase of a digital sign for the intermediate and for the elementary, contingent upon there being sufficient power to supply the signs at a reasonable cost. The 2 principals are, I believe, maybe hearing this for the first time. Kevin told you? Okay.
Me and I told her.
Okay. Good. I hated that you were going to hear that, so I'm glad that he did share with you. So at the time, we're not, as of this morning, we're not 100% certain we're going to be able to get adequate power at a reasonable cost. So I would like for approval to purchase the signs if we were able to remedy that problem that we're faced with right now.
So it's basically open-ended. So if you came up with a quote, it's too high now, but you've got another one 3 months from now. It's an ongoing thing. Because we see do you think there's a lot of value from the high school having this sign that we have now? Because when we talked about a community engagement, that might be part of it.
I think so, and I think the reason I know that is because when my secretary has forgotten to change a date, I have had people say, that was the wrong month, or that's not the right information. So I know people are looking at that, but ours is very rusted. They still have to go out and change letter by letter. They're not in great shape anymore.
I think the high school sign's been very well received, and I think it's been used very well, and I think it does help get information out. And I think we need that at the elementary and intermediate. We do have the option of doing, the marquee where you have to go out and manually change it. We need to change out the signs. If we went with the marquee, it would be considerably cheaper. The digital would be much more effective, and they can also sync with the high school sign.
Do other schools sell advertisements on their sign?
I don't know.
I would imagine, I don't know if they necessarily sell advertisements as much as they get people to sponsor. I mean, I think, is that what you're?
Well,
Yeah.
somehow a revenue source.
Sure. I'm sure they do.
I would think that.
Yeah.
Carmel does.
Yes.
Campbell's in Southeastern.
Right.
Never seen them, but
It's
I
creating
yeah,
little
when I was in
competition
Noblesville, I don't
between the
remember.
three
They do on
schools.
scoreboards and stuff, certainly.
Yes,
But I don't remember
not
ever
on their
seeing
outside.
advertisements on their outside signs.
That would surprise me that they don't get every last dollar.
Right, yeah.
I need a motion to approve the purchase of digital signs contingent on the electricity.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Our next regular meeting will be 7:00 on October 16th, right here. I need a recommendation for a point to close the meeting.
I'll bring up another one.
Second.
Motion.
I'm having fun, I'll just say.
All those in favor signify by saying
Aye.
Go ahead and stay, Bob.
aye. Yeah, Bob, knock yourself out.
Well, we're gonna see something here in a minute, but we'll see how long it takes.
Oh, sorry.
I'll talk. I was waiting, I didn't start it.
I saw you just there.
I knew you were waiting. Waiting on him to be gobbled out.
And the sightseeing chat, that's my favorite part.
That is.
Yeah, what's that?
He's running, he's running.
So the girls do make this sectional, that
I saw
counted as a win. So.
Share Ryan's post, so I saw